I was already leaning toward her when I said it. Close enough to smell her perfume. Close enough to see the pause. "I'd kiss you," I said quietly, my lips hovering near her ear. "But I don't want to taste your boyfriend." Time didn't stop. She did. Her breath caught. Her pupils dilated. Her hand, resting casually on the kitchen counter, twitched like it had been shocked. That was the moment I knew. Not because of what she said. She said nothing. Because of what her body did when her mind failed to lie fast enough. The refrigerator hummed. Outside, a car passed. Normal sounds in a life that had already ended. I pulled back slowly, studying her like a problem I'd already solved but wanted to admire one last time. She tried to recover. A laugh too sharp. A scoff too rehearsed. "What are you talking about?" she asked. I watched her carefully. The delay. The stiffness in her shoulders. People think lies live in words. They don't. They live in timing. I smiled. Not warmly. Precisely. "Nothing," I said, "just a thought." She didn't smile back. That night she slept beside me like always. Her back turned. Her phone face down on the nightstand. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying years in reverse. The late nights. The sudden gym obsession. The way she stopped asking about my day, but started asking about my schedule. I didn't feel rage. Rage is messy. I felt something cleaner. Focus. The first lie I told myself was that I needed proof. The truth was, I already believed it. I just wanted to see how far she'd gone, and how stupid she thought I was. I became a ghost in my own marriage. I smiled when expected, nodded at the right moments, touched her back just enough to maintain the illusion. Inside, I counted. Her phone records were easy. She never changed passwords. Confidence makes people careless. The name saved as Lena was Lena. No emojis, no context, just short confirmations, locations, times. Efficiency. I watched patterns form. Tuesdays when she worked late. Sundays when she needed space. The way she showered immediately after coming home. I never confronted her. Confrontation gives liars practice. Instead, I observed. I noticed how she started flinching when I touched her unexpectedly, how her stories began overlapping, how she'd answer questions before I finished asking them. Guilt makes people rush. One night while she slept, I scrolled further back. Photos. Not explicit. Intimate. Her bare shoulder. A man's reflection in a mirror she thought she'd cropped out. I zoomed in. I recognized the watch. I'd bought it for him. A friend. Someone who'd eaten at our table. Someone who'd toasted our anniversary. That was when denial finally died. It didn't hurt like people say. It settled. Heavy. Permanent. The DNA test wasn't about infidelity. It was about control. She didn't know I'd already scheduled it. Didn't know I'd already prepared an exit that didn't involve shouting or begging or public embarrassment. I waited. When the envelope arrived, I didn't open it right away. I made coffee, fed the dog, kissed her cheek as she left for work. She smiled, still lying. That evening, I set the envelope on the table between us. "What's that?" she asked, trying to sound casual. "Insurance," I said. I slid it toward her. She opened it. "Read." Her face drained of color so fast it was almost impressive. She looked up at me, eyes glassy. What is this?" I leaned back. "Confirmation," I said. Her mouth opened, closed, hands trembled. "I can explain." "I know," I said. "You already did, every time you thought I wasn't watching." She started crying, loud, desperate, messy. I stayed still. That hurt her more. "It didn't mean anything," she said. "It was a mistake." I nodded slowly. Mistakes don't have schedules. She reached for me. I stood. That was the moment I told her everything I knew, not emotionally, logistically, names, dates, locations. Her boyfriend, my former friend. The look on her face wasn't guilt anymore. It was fear, because she realized this wasn't a fight. It was an audit. The next morning, I sent one message. To him, just the report. No words. Then I packed. I didn't take much, just what mattered. When she begged, I listened. When she blamed stress, loneliness me, I let her finish. Then I said the only thing that mattered. You weren't lonely, you were greedy. Silence followed. Pure. Final. I left without slamming doors, without tears, without drama. Weeks later, I heard they didn't last. They never do. Betrayal needs secrecy to survive. Exposure kills it. Sometimes people ask if I miss her. I don't. I miss who I thought she was. But I don't live with ghosts anymore. The last thing she ever said to me still echoes. I didn't think you'd find out. I did. And I didn't raise my voice once.